hell we didn't get to shoot any episodes last week because of you? How do you get suckered into jury duty? You're supposed to tell them you don't speak English or you don't get along with minorities or something. You don't just show up. Coming to you pre-tape from the Best Coast Show studios. This is the Best Coast Show. I'm your host, Albert Aguilera. That is my producer, Curtis Stage. Curtis, we have a potpourri of subjects today leading into Thanksgiving.
We do have a potpourri, Thanksgiving potpourri.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to talk about Byron Scott. And we're going to also talk about D'Angelo Russell. The Lakers picked him at number 2 ahead of Porzingis, who's on fire right now. We're going to talk about the LA Kings. We're 13-8 and 26 points, first in the Pacific, fourth in the Western Conference. We're going to also talk about the Dodgers. We just hired a new manager. So let's get started with the Lakers.
Yes. So we still suck. We're last place in the Pacific. And the Porzingis thing you bring up, who has been doing great, and New York's got Porzingis fever.
That doesn't sound good, Porzingis fever.
It sounds like some kind of a virus or a flu or something. That's a new strain that's going around this winter. But we as the Lakers, we looked into signing him and drafting him. We didn't. The logic being someone in the front office and Byron Scott didn't think that he would have been NBA ready, so they went after Russell in the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
Because they expected him to be more NBA ready. But here's why I have a problem with that train of thinking, that logic.
Yeah.
They legitimately thought they had a shot at making the playoffs with the roster we semi-had. We didn't even have a roster going into the season.
No.
I knew they weren't going to make the playoffs. You thought they had a bubble chance. I don't think they go past 30 wins. Now looking at this team, I don't think they go past 25 wins.
They may not go past 20 wins. We only have 2 right now.
Yeah.
Right now, Byron Scott, is he on the hot seat at this point? He's worse off than...
He's not on the hot seat with management or the front office or the Lakers, but he's in the hot seat with Laker Nation.
Well, fans.
The fans are going crazy, and it's like Russell's not getting the playing time he is. He's hindering his development. And I get it. I totally get it. Because Byron Scott's job as a coach is to coach and win.
Yeah.
You are here to win. So I feel that he's just chasing these wins.
But we might
trying to save his job.
We might want to rethink that because they're probably not going to win more than 20, 25
76ers
games.
are already tanking. They're in full season form right now.
They haven't won a game yet.
No.
But the real problem is Kobe right now. He is shooting 20% from 3. He's at the lowest shooting percentage of his career. He has no lift. He plays a good 5 or 6 minutes, but he's been playing 31 minutes a game the last couple games. Too many minutes for Kobe. We need to get these kids more minutes. Kobe needs to go back down to 23, 24 minutes a game where he's more efficient. He's shooting way too many outside shots. This is the problem that we're having right now is that he's taking way too many shots.
Well, a lot of these shots are very forced, and when you see him land after a jump shot, he comes down very gingerly.
Well, that's the Achilles.
It's his Achilles. It's his lower back. But he's played more games than the Lakers do have wins.
Yes.
So at least he's winning that.
Yeah, you were wrong about that one. You thought I don't think he's going to get hurt this year. I think that he's looking okay. Yeah, he's looking okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe him getting hurt would be better.
Well, because you're right. He's not playing those back-to-backs.
He's not playing the back-to-backs, but when he is playing, he's playing 30 minutes. It's just a little too much. I want to see Clarkson out there more. I want him handling the ball. Look, I'm going to wait to make a judgment on D'Angelo Russell because he's 19 years old. Rookie point guards rarely come into the league and are successful. Yeah, and it's going to take a little while.
And point guards, you see them, like you mentioned it with CP3 a while ago, and a point guard needs to facilitate. If you got no one to pass the ball to, it doesn't matter how good you are.
Well, Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell, we have some scorers on this team. They can score. They're not shooting well right now from the outside. They need to penetrate more. We need more give and goes. There's little subtle things they need to do. Russell needs to be more comfortable with the offense. He is playing a little bit more. Byron Scott caved a little bit. He's been playing Russell in the fourth quarter.
Right, because he wasn't playing him at all in the fourth. Whether it was a blowout or a close game, he wouldn't play him.
I think the media and the fans got to him. I think he was hearing that.
Because he needs to develop. And I don't see him as a guy, because every team needs that one guy that is Kobe or Kobe was, who can take over.
Yeah.
We currently don't have that.
Well, I think Julius Randle can be that. He looks like he's going to be a dominant type player. And if he's good and Clarkson and Russell are good, we're doing good. So it's bad right now. We're playing Golden State coming up. We're going to get killed by probably 100 points.
Over under. I think we lose that by 30.
I think it's going to be 35.
Want to set it to 30?
They'll be up by 45, and then they'll just take all their players out, and they'll put dogs in.
So do you want to set the over under 29.5? I think we lose by 30 points. So I'll take the over.
I think they lose by 23, but that's only because they have their bench in.
When does Golden State lose? Do they go 20-0?
Let's That's a tough one. I don't know. Looking at their schedule, I don't see them losing coming up here pretty soon. But anyway, another topic for another day. Let's talk about the Kings. Kings are, their last 5 games, they're 3-2. They're playing okay. They're kind of like treading water a little bit. Partial problem is what?
Is the penalties.
Yeah.
We're beating ourselves. We're getting in our own way. I mean, they're 3-2 in the last 5, 2-2 in their last 4. But in their last 4, they're on the penalty kill at least 5 times a game. You can't be doing that.
Too much.
That question always comes up. Is Jonathan Quick elite? Is Jonathan Quick this? Is he that? You could argue that he is and he's not, but it's very difficult for him and for Enroth to be playing at elite level when they're never 5-on-5 because they're always on a penalty kill. So you look at this game out in Carolina, right? We lose that game 4-3. These losses that we have, we're just losing these games because we're beating ourselves.
Yeah, not getting blown out.
Right, you're not getting blown out. You lose this game 4-3. One of the goals was on a 5-on-3. We were on the penalty kill 5-on-3 3 times in that game.
5-on-3. You're not going to win any games
especially
if you're on
and then you have Alec Martinez who accidentally kicks the puck into his own net, and that's the difference in the game.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like the Kings are getting outplayed. They're more like they're outplaying themselves because they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But they got 26 points, first place in the Pacific. So they're still doing enough that there's. I mean, you know me. I hate stat graphs. I hate that these people on Twitter just blow up our feeds with graphs. But they're dominating in all these statistics.
They're in the top 5 in all the statistics.
Even the bad ones.
Even the bad ones.
But
although our fighting statistics need to go back
our
up.
fights have lost. We're no longer a top 5 team in fighting minutes or fighting averages.
We need to get that back up.
We need to get back up. We need to be more fighting. But these graphs, they show you these advanced stats and this and that, and I don't like them because we play this game, we lose 4-3, we dominated Carolina everywhere, but these stats, they don't show you the intangibles. They don't show you Martinez accidentally kicking a puck into his own net. They don't show you refs missing calls. I mean, we're out with the Panthers, and Jeff Carter gets hooked from behind.
Yeah,
that's a penalty shot.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So and then when Montoya goes down, he's sprawling on the ground. Nick Shore gets pushed from behind. The puck goes in the net before it gets waved off because the net gets taken out.
Yeah.
That should have been a goal too.
Either,
But these analytics don't make up for human error. They don't make up for refs sucking. But it's just the Kings they're always in this area of getting shot in the foot by themselves, and these little random wacky things that should have happened that didn't happen, like the disallowed goals that are just they have bad luck.
Yeah.
But they're that good that they're still in first place. They're 4th in the West, and defensively they're still the best team defensively in the West.
And that's what matters.
And that's what matters.
Yeah. So I think they're in a good position. And the week coming up, how are they looking for this week?
We're still on the road, but we finally come back home at the end of November. December scares me because, traditionally we just suck in December.
Yeah.
Like it.
There's something. They're getting ready for Christmas or something.
I guess. So. That's because none of them are local, so they're all just kind of like, all right,
they're thinking about getting
we have to figure out a way to disappear for 2 days, to do Christmas with the family, and then come back.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the Dodgers. We have a new manager.
We do have a new manager. Goodbye, Donnie Baseball.
Is Dave Roberts the guy? Well, first of all, why did Gabe Kapler, who was supposed to be the chosen one, he's supposed to be Friedman's guy, why did he not get this job?
My theory behind it is that Gabe Kapler's a system guy. He's already in the system, and he's in the front office, where they didn't want to risk putting him in as a manager, where I believe the only manager experience he has is in AA.
Yeah.
And he comes in, he'll take over this $300 million payroll, which isn't $300 million, people. It's not $300 million bucks. It's in the 220 range, because people don't get, and we talked about this last year. Over $100 million of this $300 million payroll is being paid to players that are not on the team because we're paying them to go away, or we're saying, hey, which they're going to do a lot.
Yeah.
They expect them to do this a lot during the winter meetings. Hey, we have a player. His name is Cash Money. We could put him in any deal.
Which is Carl Crawford.
Which oh, God, I hope we get rid of Carl Crawford. I really do. And Yasiel Puig. But yeah,
geez. All right.
A lot of people don't understand that this $300 million payroll is getting paid to players that are not on the team because we're paying them to go away, or we're saying, hey, you have a bad contract, let us eat up that contract. That way we can get the minor league players that we want, because we're trying to build our system. With our system, with a bit of yours.
Is Dave Roberts? What kind of person are we going to expect here? He's a small ball guy. He's a move runners over, steals guy.
He is, because that's the kind of player he was. But those are the kind of managers he was under with Bud Black when he was with Jim Tracy here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that's another reason I don't think Gabe Kapler got it, because if Gabe Kapler didn't succeed as the manager, then they'd have to remove him, and it's kind of like you might have to get him out of the organization because you might fire him as a manager. So it looked kind of bad. At least as the front office guy, he stays there while getting to help.
Well, one thing I like about Roberts is he was a hard-nosed player. He's kind of like a Kike Hernandez without the wackiness.
Mm-hmm.
He was a spark plug for the Dodgers and any team he played for. When he played for the Red Sox, his stolen base was the turning point in that whole series, and they won the championship.
Well, that's probably the logic behind the hire. It's like, hey, he helped break the curse in Boston. He'll help break the curse here in Los Angeles.
We have some sort of curse.
We have some kind of curse. I don't know what I'm telling you, I think it's the Brian Stowe curse, because Brian Stowe gets beat up opening day. The Giants go on to win the World Series 3 times in 5 years.
Okay. But what happens to all the 90s and the 2000s?
Tommy Lasorda's fault. I told you that story about meeting him opening day. I was probably 19 or 20. I was in college, and I ran into him opening day, and I was like, Tommy, you ruined my childhood, you jerk. Because the Dodgers sucked in the 90s because of him. He's the guy that got rid of Pedro Martinez. He's the guy that didn't want Sandy Koufax to pitch for the Dodgers.
Yeah. So I like Dave Roberts. I mean, we're going to be talking a lot about him. We'll have a hot stove.
Because winter meetings are in a few weeks.
Yeah. And I think Dave is going to be he's an interesting hire. He's not I think players will like him. He's younger. He'll bring an attitude, I think, to this team that's going to be a little different than what Donnie was bringing. And he's won a championship, which Donnie had never won. And he was a key player on that team. So we'll talk more about Dave Roberts. Why have we not signed Zack Greinke?
I don't know.
I mean, what are we waiting for?
I don't know. I asked Magic the same question. And I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I ran into Magic at a newsstand on Ventura, and I was minding my own business, trying to get something to eat. And I'm in this newsstand, and Magic's at the newsstand, and I was like, "Yo, Magic." He's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, and mind you, I've never met Magic Johnson before. This is the first time I've ever met him. Seems like a totally nice guy, amazing person. But I was kind of like, "Yo, Magic, hey." And I flat out said, "Hey, we need to re-sign Greinke." And he goes, "We'll see." That was my reaction.
We'll see.
But only I had to be a little more calm because I don't want to be a jerk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we need to re-sign Greinke, and then putting the Dodgers on TV, because if the Dodgers are not on TV, and we can do illegal streams.
I'd rather
we can do workarounds. We can listen to the radio. We do a bunch of other things.
LA has figured out how to watch the Dodgers without
Yes,
Time Warner
we have
cable.
done that. And I told him, I was like, but seriously, we bring back Greinke, and he said, "Oh, we'll see." And I was like, well. At least the Lakers won last night, because it was right after the game where they got their first win. It was over New Jersey, I believe. And then his face lit up. He was like, "Yeah, that's really great."
So he didn't want to talk Dodgers.
Maybe they could build on this momentum. And he talked to me a couple of minutes about the young kids and how they're going to develop. And I was like, this is exactly why I don't like you as the face of my franchise.
He should be owning the Lakers.
Yeah, go get your shares back in the Lakers. Yeah. Leave my Dodgers alone, because you clearly don't care about baseball. You don't care about the Dodgers. You're a businessman who is in love with basketball, but you are the face of my franchise here for baseball, and it frustrates me because we should re-sign Greinke. Everyone's on board.
Top priority.
Top priority. Everybody's on board. MTA was like, "Yo, Zach, whatever the Dodgers give you, plus free MTA for life."
Now, that's not bad, but that's not enough.
It's not enough. Los Angeles businesses, get on board with this MTA plan. Los Angeles businesses
what else?
Needs help.
What other businesses?
Free in and out for life.
That's
Zach.
for sure.
Zach, free in and out for life.
He could just walk into any in and out. He doesn't even have to show a card. It's like, "I'm Zack Greinke."
Boom. Yeah, it's just like. Whew.
What about freeways are terrible? How
we
about
give him
getting...
the Kobe treatment? You know how Kobe uses the helicopter to get from Orange County to the Forum for practice?
That's good.
Okay, we give Zack Greinke a police helicopter where he can fly over traffic, or we can give him a little police light where he can just avoid traffic.
Just anytime.
Or you can give him one of those HOV stickers. You can use the HOV lane whenever you want. Doesn't matter.
Car?
He could drive a diesel truck.
18-wheeler.
18-wheeler. He's got the HOV sticker.
So he can just drive in the HOV anytime, regardless of what car.
And he's got kids now. We got to do stuff for his kid.
Well, free AYSO soccer.
Because they're going to play soccer.
Of course.
Free AYSO for life.
Forever. Because that's expensive. I got kids. They played club soccer. But AYSO, it's expensive. So free for the whole time. He never has to pay. No kid pay. What about...
We're in a drought.
We're in a drought.
Zach gets free water for life. He can take the longest showers ever.
And he does need to because
He doesn't need to. I don't think he washes it every day. That'd be bad for your hair, right?
No, I think in his case he has a lot of conditioner going on. He does wash it a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Kike probably doesn't wash it very well. Why is Kike the only one that is recruiting?
I don't know. And that kind of really bothered me. And not that Kike is recruiting. It bothered me that he's the only one recruiting. You see when NBA players want to create these like monster teams, they're on vacation together and they're recruiting each other.
Top players.
They're texting each other and they're sending out stupid emojis like they actually know what they're doing, but they really don't. And no one's doing that on the Dodgers.
Kershaw.
Only Kike was. Where's Kershaw? Where are you? Are you in Texas somewhere washing dishes again?
Adrian.
Where's Gonzo?
Yeah.
It's like, Gonzo, I know that you are an amazing human being and you're always helping the community, and you're
This would
helping
help
out
the community
This
more.
would help the community more. Bringing
What about
Zach
Red Turn?
back.
I mean, Justin Turner. He's got to. I mean, every player of the Dodgers should be all of our good players need.
I don't understand why we're not recruiting.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like that we're not recruiting. Kike is the only one doing it. Kike, thank you so much. You are an awesome person. Continue your efforts.
Yes. I don't know why the front office hasn't just come out and said, we're going to do everything we can to bring Zack Greinke back. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Just hand him a check that's blank and be like,
what do you need?
How many zeros do you need?
The Lakers did that for Kobe. Well, I mean, why can't we do it for Zach?
Yeah,
we know
and Zach's not 40.
And either is Kobe. All right. All right. Well, we're going to be talking more Dodgers as we move on into
for the winter meetings and stuff.
So we'll get back on
It
this.
is our Thanksgiving episode, and I got to tell you what I'm thankful for.
What's that?
I am thankful for a first-place Kings team and a new Dodgers manager.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's pretty good. I guess I'm thankful for those things. I'm not thankful for anything with the Lakers right now, except maybe they haven't changed their uniforms or logo anytime soon. We see all these other teams changing
They're trying
their
to
logo.
become new and modern. And
the Clippers with the stupid new logo. I saw that the other day. I'm like, what is that
And
stupid
a lot
thing?
of these teams have really, 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 really bad, awful, like, all uniforms that they do on, like,
Well, the Lakers have the all black, but that one's cool.
That one's cool. And I know that they do, like, Los Lakers or, like, Los Spurs, the way they do that
But they
stuff.
don't change their
But they
logo.
don't change the logo.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's
those
terrible.
are good things to be thankful for.
But what's next? Gift of the day.
Gift of the day. What is
Guys, our gift of the day, you guys may remember this. This is Dave Roberts stealing second base to help the Red Sox win the World Series in 2004. The reason we're showing it to you is because you're going to see this a million times between now and opening day, and Dave Roberts is going to be asked about it a million times, and they're going to do a behind-the-scenes this and a behind-the-scenes that, and it's going to be Fenway Park all day at Dodger Stadium. Constantly. But that's our show. Don't forget to stalk us on Twitter at Best Coast Show. You guys have a fun, safe holiday season, and have a good night.